of all, what's your name and department?
Brandon Schaefer, Porter Fire Department.
Tell me about California.
I went twice. First go around, we went up there and we went to the SCU Lightning Complex fire. Was part of a strike team on the engine from Porter Fire Department. And then we moved from that fire to the Oak Fire and the August Complex. From there, we were put through a crew swap where crews were flown home. They flew back, or I'm sorry, the relief crew flew in. We did a swap, and then a couple weeks later, I came back out for the Creek Fire as a strike team leader.
What daily routine? What was the daily routine out there?
We worked a 24-hour rotation. It just depended on what kind of conditions you had in the area, what the overall assignment was. You did anything from firing operations to containment, hold, and then of course we did a lot of support structure for the crews that were there, backhaul hose, help pick the things up that we put in place and try to get everything back to normal.
Devastation, what it looked like? I mean, the devastation, what it looked like, homes and such.
Yes, sir. Homes, a bunch of the big forests and stuff that they had in the area. The national forest took a heavy hit, but a lot of devastation. A lot of people lost a lot of property.
What's it like? I mean, you're here, you see a house burning here, you're able to knock it out right away. Down there, you just stand back and watch. Eventually, nothing you can do with it.
Unfortunately, that's part of it. There's a much larger picture, so we're trying to do as much as we can to try to flank the fire away from the structures and the properties. And of course, it's a bad feeling when you lose a bunch of homes, and you know it's a little different than being here at home where you lose one versus losing thousands.
Family here, having family here, and you're over there. What's it like? Communication-wise, I mean, were you able to communicate with them quite a bit, or?
It's pretty tough. We had families that were, or my family, I was barely able to communicate other than when we were off shift most of the time. Poor cell phone service out in the mountains, so it was tough.
I appreciate it. Larry, what department are you with?
Montgomery County ESD4, Needham Fire and Rescue.
Tell me about this trip. A couple of months this summer, what it was like, and I mean, the fighting the fire, your daily routine, what you saw, how it makes you feel seeing some of this stuff.
Well, all started with the phone call. A couple days travel. Once we got our orders, go to California. Got in there, we got all assigned. Our strike team got assigned to the Woodsy Fire. Showed up at camp, checked in, went through the motion there, put us on the North Division. Got off over there. Once we got set into place, they assigned us to a division. We started off Charlie. Helped a lot with a lot of chainsaw work, some clearing lines, clearing roads, things like that, getting ready for back burns. I did that for a few days. Wrapped a bunch of houses, got them prepared for if the fire got past us. We could, some type of protection on that. Once we got all that stuff in place, laid fire on the ground, did some backfiring. Our team did 2 days worth of backfiring. Was on 24-hour shifts, 24 on, 24 off.
What's it like these 24-hour shifts? I mean, you're looking at 8 hours, you're wore out. What's 4 hours you're wore out by the fire? What's 24 like?
So 24-hour shifts can take a toll on you. But when you're busy, you don't think about that. You're on the line. You're staying busy, working. You don't really have time to think about being tired. They give us good lunches, so plenty of snacks and things like that. So a lot of protein in there, so that keeps us energized with it. So 7 a.m. and.
What about seeing all the devastation, the homes destroyed, the animals laid out all over? I mean, what's it like there?
A lot of houses destroyed. Fortunately, where we were, the area we started in, we was able to protect a lot. I'm not sure the number of the homes, but there's 700 plus homes was destroyed. But the efforts of the firefighter also saved over 90% of the homes in the area. So there's a lot of devastation, but on the same note, a lot of positive out of that. So unfortunately, not everything can be saved. Nature of the beast, but do what we can to save. So
Glad to be home with the family.
man, it was great to get home. Best part about it was I walked in that door. My wife, kids, done made a bunch of hand signed, handwritten and colored posters and signs. Welcome home. There's balloons everywhere. This big banner said "Welcome home." My girls wrote me little notes, little love letters of "I love you, Daddy," and "We missed you." And man, it was just really awesome. First couple of hours just sitting there listening to the kids, listening to the wife just tell me about their week. And obviously I got to tell them about mine. They looked through a lot of pictures and a lot of questions. So, man, it was just hours of us just being together and just nonstop talking.